Hello everyone. In this particular video, I am taking up the topic the properties of RNA. Though it is a basic topic, but it is very important to understand the properties of RNA. That is why in this particular video, we'll be drilling about the RNA's property. So, RNA refers to the ribonucleic acid, and it is a polymer of a nucleotide made up of ribose sugar. What do you mean by polymer? Polymer means more than one molecule. Like if if we say monomer means single molecule, and polymer means when there are multiple number of molecule that of nucleotide, then it is known as polymer. But if when there is only one molecule of a nucleotide, then that is known as monomer. Since we know that the RNA, it is made up of multiple nucleotide molecule, so it is a polymer of nucleotide. And it contains, what does it contains? It contains ribose sugar, phosphate and base. All right. Now, what is the ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar? Now, all right. In this particular diagram, we can see ribose sugar and we can see deoxyribose sugar. Ribose sugar means the second carbon. In the second carbon, there is OH. But in the deoxyribose sugar, in the second carbon, there is H. All right. Now, RNA contains ribose sugar in its backbone, and the DNA contains deoxyribose sugar in its backbone. All right. Now, coming to another thing is RNA contains the bases adenine, cytosine, guanine and uracil, whereas this base is replaced by thymine in case of DNA. In case of DNA, there is thymine. All right, not uracil, but RNA contains uracil. Now, coming to the next, RNA is a single stranded molecule and can pair with itself forming a loop. Hence, RNA is more flexible and more complex and can form more complex 3D molecular shape as compared to DNA. Now, we know that DNA are double stranded and RNA is single stranded. See, if the DNA, let's see over here, if the DNA is double stranded, all right, if it is double stranded, then what will happen? If it will coil also, then what will happen? It will form pair with itself, right? It is double stranded and will pair with itself like this. But what happens with RNA? Since RNA is a single stranded, if it coils, then what it will do is it will pair with one another. Now this will form bond with this will form with this will form with this. Again, this part will be bonded with one another, right? Like they will be bonded with one another. Let's say if this is a long strand, now they will be forming a loop, and then next, and then again next loop. All right, now they will again loop with one another. But if this was a DNA, could it loop in this way? No, because it is double stranded and it had to be, see, if it is a DNA, then the double strand will go with itself only, right? So it will not be able to loop. There is no free hydrogen, so they will not be able to loop. But since there is a free hydrogen, this will be able to loop. All right, so we can say that RNA is a single stranded molecule and can pair with itself forming a loop, and hence RNA is more flexible and form more complex 3D shape as compared to the DNA. We got it. Why? Right. RNA has ribose sugar in its nucleotide, and unlike deoxyribose found in DNA, we have already discussed that RNA contains ribose sugar with OH in its second carbon. This is first carbon, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, and this is 5 dash, right? In the 2 dash there is OH, overhanging OH, whereas there is only H in case of deoxyribonucleic acid. And then another is there is a covalent linkage between sugar and base at 1 degree. All right, see what is the covalent linkage between sugar and base is, this is 1 degree carbon, right? In 1 degree this bond is covalent bond. This is covalent bond. All right, this is covalent linkage in 1 degree carbon. Now in next one, at 5 dash and C dash carbon, there is formation of ester bond with phosphate forming phosphodiester bond. Now what is phosphodiester bond? Let us see. In the 5 dash, this is 5 dash, this is 5 dash, and this is 3 dash. In 5 dash and in 3 dash, there is a formation of a bond with a phosphate molecule, with a molecule of a phosphate. This is 5 dash and this is 3 dash. There is, in 3 dash there is a bonding with phosphate, and here in 5 dash also there is bonding with phosphate, right? See how the bonding has been formed. This is the structure of the RNA, and there is free OH, and here also there is a free OH group. Now they will pair with the phosphate, and then the phosphate will again pair with another RNA, and in this way they will form a long nucleotide chain, right? In 5 dash and 3 dash. Here also this is 5 dash of the next RNA, and now 3 dash of these RNA will also bond with another phosphate. Now since now there is a release of the, in this particular diagram only I am telling, there is a release of 3 water molecule, because 1 water molecule is released here, OH and NH is released, and O and OA is forming a bond with a carbon, right? And here also water molecule is released, and the oxygen is forming the bond with phosphate. So oxygen is already bonded with phosphate, but this oxygen is replacing the hydroxyl group over here in the carbon, in the third carbon, and here also it is replacing the hydroxyl group in the fifth carbon, right? And this in sense there are loss of 1 water molecule here, 1 water molecule here, and 1 water molecule here. In this particular diagram there is a loss of 3 water molecules, so now they will form a phosphodiester bond. One ester bond is formed over here between oxygen and this carbon and this phosphate, and another it is formed over here between carbon and phosphate. 2 ester bond are formed, hence there is a formation of 2 ester bond, and so it is known as, this particular bond altogether is known as phosphodiester bond, and there is a covalent bond formation between the base and 1 degree carbon. All right, now coming to the last one. RNA can be grouped into 2 categories, that is messenger RNA and functional RNA. Messenger RNA are those RNA which play a role in the formation of the protein, in the synthesis of the protein, all right, which is the main basic unit for the protein synthesis, which carries the message from the gene and then it transferred to form a protein. But functional RNA are those RNA which will remain in its own form, like it will not change its form. In the messenger RNA will change its form, all right, DNA to RNA, and then it will turn to protein. The same RNA will change its form and it will make a protein, but functional RNA will remain RNA. It will remain in its own basic form, like it will remain as a RNA, and it will be having all the properties that the RNA is having till the all phases of the life, all right, of that particular RNA. For example, tRNA, it is a the tRNA helps to bring the amino acid during protein synthesis, and rRNA is a ribosomal, it is also known as ribosomal RNA. It forms a basic main subunit of a ribosomes, and it also it form a main framework in which the amino acid will come and settle in the mRNA. And snRNA are the small nucleotide RNA which acts as a different kind of signaling molecule, and then it also helps in the splicing mechanism. All right, now did you get why it is known as functional and it is known as messenger? Because it will change its form during the course of formation of protein, but these RNA, they will remain same and they will perform certain function, but they will remain RNA, they will not change itself, but messenger RNA change itself to form a protein. All right, that's all for today. Thank you.